welcome back to the Candy Kingdom with Lace and Misty. The Candy Kingdom is a podcast for littles and bigs, where we provide resources and support and a safe space to learn together. So sit back, grab your sippy, stuffy and passy, and let's play! Hi, welcome back to the Candy Kingdom with Lace and Misty. Thank you for tuning in. We've got lots of fun stuff in store today. We're going to be talking about gear, how to get it, types of gear that exists, how to do it on a budget, how to make your own gear, and all that sort of stuff as well. So that's going to be awesome fun. But before we jump into that, Misty, what's in the news this week?
I'm glad you asked. So this week I got to spend time with my daddy, and just following on from the previous episode about, rewards and stuff, I mentioned the app Our Home, which lets you customize tasks and customize how many points those tasks are worth, and then you get to customize your rewards as well. So I had some points that I traded in today for I got 64 colored pencils and 40 markers. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah.
How many points did you have?
Well, I had 41 in total, and these cost me 28 because when he was visiting this weekend, we went through, because I had set up Our Home by myself when I was not in a dynamic. So we just went over it to see what stuff, he wanted to remove or we should tweak. And then he kind of helped me realize that I was being a bit unrealistic. So I had stuff that was worth 500 points, but I was only earning 2 points a day. So he was just like, we just need to rework that. We did that, and then I had 42 points or 41 points from the previous weeks anyway. And so I asked him today, and I was like, can I just trade in some points? Because I'd been eyeing these markers and colored pencils for a while. And so I was really excited because, now I'm coloring right now, actually.
That's exciting. And you've been sending me pictures of you and your daddy coloring, which is so cute.
Yes, and now we have more stuff to use, because at his house he's got a lot, because he's got kids, whereas I've got my Sharpies and stuff, but they bleed obviously. And there's not a very wide variety of them, so I'm just glad I've got these now. And then the other news I have is that I am fostering again. So right now I've got 2 little kittens that are they're either 8 or 11 weeks old. I'm not sure, the paperwork was a bit dodgy. But I got to name them, and they were Artemis and Diana, which is the same, the Roman and Greek goddess. It's the same goddess, but just with 2 different names. But I've decided to change Diana's name to Ruby from, it's an Australian book called Ruby Roars, because all she does is meow. She knows she has a set of lungs, and she's not afraid to use them. So I'm changing her name. But I only have them for a week. But oh my gosh, and Quinn was so scared of them at first. She was just trembling. I was like, aww. They're literally 2 kilos. You are a dog. You'll be fine. But now she's warmed up to them. And their relationship it's expanding a little bit. So.
That's good. That's good.
That's my news.
You will end up keeping them, so it's good.
I want to keep them so bad. They're going, honestly, I might message the shelter because they would, they only need me to have them for a week because the shelter's too full. So I might just be like, hey, you know what? Being fostered will probably get them adopted more quickly than being in a shelter, because they, get to not be isolated. They get to socialize with me and with the dog, and we could say that they're dog friendly, and also, and I'm getting to know their personalities a little bit more, so I can put that information, and it's a bit more, it's less generic than what they say on the adoption sites. I don't know if you ever go on the RSPCA, but they'll just usually say stuff like, this cheeky girl, blah blah blah, whereas I could be like, probably Ruby would do well in a home with children. She's very playful, and she's very bold, whereas, Artemis is a bit more of the reserved one, but she also likes affection, so she'd go better in a home without children. So yeah, I'm gonna see what they say. I already bought them stuff. I already bought them like toys, and I got them wet food because they only had dry food, and Quinn keeps eating it.
Quinn.
So, I know, I'm so angry, but it's my fault because I left the door open, and she was just like, well, don't mind if I do.
Quinn.
So yeah, what's in the news for you?
Well, I pruned my plum tree today. So that was good, and I'm gonna plant a bunch of my seedlings underneath it, like carrots and broccoli. Radish and just a bunch of other things that is not little related at all. I went to a play party last night, and I was tied by my rigger, which was really cool. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd actually been able to get into like proper bunny space. Like I'd experienced it a bit here and there before, but last night was different. I don't know why. Probably because I was a bit more relaxed. It was the sort of third time I've been to that party, and I was quite familiar with all the people there, and it was really nice, and I was able to just sort of zone out. And then afterwards I was like, I need to have a lie down, so I did. On one of the leather flogging couches, and I'm like, I'm just gonna borrow this for a minute. And I just put
be here. No one talked to me.
Put my little jacket on, and there was people on a Southern Cross, St. Andrew's Cross, Southern Cross.
Yeah, Southern Cross.
People on a St. Andrew's Cross next door getting flogged, and another person was being tied, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna have a lie down.
It's like that sometimes where you just don't want to do any of the talking. You just want to be by yourself and enjoy your headspace.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So, and I mean, this particular party is really good for, I wish that they had an aftercare corner for littles. That would be really nice, but they do have various like beds shoved in corners, and like places that people can sit, and there's a heater on, and there's the kitchen's always completely laden with food, and there's a Puritap and stuff, so it's really
what? Okay.
They're very responsible with the play, and there's a couple of different rooms, and next time you come to Adelaide, we'll try and coordinate it with
is that where I was supposed to go?
Pardon?
Was that where I was supposed to go when I went, and then I was like,
no, that was a different party. That was a different party, which is more medieval sort of themed. This is different. Okay. Yeah, this is cool. But anyway, so that was fun.
Yeah, nice. Also, our giveaway would be closed by the time that we release this episode. So we're going to thank everyone for entering, and we will announce. And
a big thank you also to Onesies Down Under for partnering with us with this one, and for offering us this voucher that we can give, and hopefully someone gets a cute as heck onesie out of it.
Yes, I hope so, because I wish it was me.
Me too.
I was like, hang on a second, would it be unethical to enter my own giveaway?
Yes, absolutely.
I was like, someone was like, only if you win. I was like, what? Why would I even enter then?
Exactly.
So, anyway.
Well, shall we get into the episode then?
Well, it's very related to, sites like Onesies Down Under, so
there you go. Let's do it.
So today we're talking about gear. So we've mentioned it before that obviously you don't need the gear to be a little, but it does help you to get into that headspace. So we wanted
It can.
Yeah, you're right. Because some things you might get, and then you're like, this isn't really doing anything. It's cute, but it's not little. It's not bringing out my little side.
Yeah.
Have you had any of those experiences where you thought something was going to be like the best thing ever for your little self, and then you're just kind of like, it's okay?
Yes, actually, with passies. So my alignment is as a little kitten. So for me, little stuff is, it's interesting because I am super into like separator plates and little cutlery and sippy cups and lots of other things that traditional sort of littles, as in like baby girls and stuff, are into. But passies, as much as I like them, and I really like them, and I've been kind of drawn more to them recently. Like last night when I was at the party and I was sort of laying there having my little space out moment, I kind of wished I had a passy and a blanket. But that's the first time I've ever had that that kind of craving for one.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's because I'm trying to like push myself into it because I love the aesthetic of them. But
Yeah.
the first time I ever put one in my mouth, I was like, I mean, I like this. It feels nice to chew on, but I don't.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
could
God,
quite
I
easily
love
replace
chewing on
this
them.
with gum. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, definitely it's pasties. Yeah.
That's really funny. I'm trying to think of something. I don't think there is anything that I've tried that I haven't really liked. I think the only thing was like my first experience with diapers. With the cloth diapers that I bought. I was just like, oh my God, look at my bum. It looks massive.
Well, everyone's bum looks massive in diapers. That's the point.
But it just didn't make me feel cute. It just made me obsess over how big my bum looked. But then I got into like, I tried them a couple more times because I was like, well, I spent a lot of money on these, so I'm gonna try them.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I love them, and I love my pull-ups as well. And I've just gotten 2 more sets of reusable because my heart hurts too much if I use disposables.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, I feel way too guilty. I will use them occasionally, but like I try to avoid it. And yeah.
Because it's so wasteful.
It's so bad for the environment, but they're comfy.
I love the idea of the cloth ones with the little bloomers, or the ones the coverings that you can put over the top, and they are plasticky and they have that crinkly sound and everything, and they're reusable. And I think that they are waterproof to a point too.
Do you mean plastic pants?
I think
or
so.
Or is this something different?
Well, it looks like so I have no experience in this, so I don't know really the language, but they kind of look like diapers, but they're not. They're like coverings for cloth diapers, and they're like, they look like bloomers, but they're more like, if bloomers could look like diapers, that's what they look like.
Okay, yeah, I think you might mean plastic pants, but you can also put plastic pants over diapers, normal diapers.
Yeah.
Because
and that's what I mean. Like, these are coverings. Yeah. So you wear your cloth diaper and then you put this on the top.
Yeah. Well, honestly, they would probably be a good idea. Just saying, after a few experiences I've had with my cloth diapers, I was like, oh, good. Now it's time for a shower.
Look, I mean, I'm really curious. What is the going price for insert quantity here of diapers? Like, I don't know. Do you get them in a dozen? Are they like eggs? Like,
no. Okay. I wish. So for the cloth ones, you buy one. Like, it doesn't come in a pack, and like there's different websites that sell them. But one of the websites, it's like they have their own brand of them. Okay. And so that's where I just got 2 of them from. And they have like so the ones I originally have buttons to snap together, but these ones have Velcro.
Okay.
And I love the Velcro more. It feels so nice.
And they're cloth ones?
Yeah, and they're only $25 actually from this one website. And
one pair,
inserts
or
one pair.
Whoa.
And well, but like a thing of 10 disposables is like $40 or something.
$40 for what?
Yeah, for 10.
Far out. That's like $4 a pair.
I know. So that's why I'm like, I might as well just buy the reusables and get a lifetime use out of them. And then, I like the patterns as well that they have. I really want to order some more, but they are by far the most comfortable that I've had. Like, the Velcro straps just make me feel all like tucked in and happy.
That's nice. And I guess that would accommodate too if you were feeling more bloated one day, or if you gained or lost weight or something like that, so you can keep using the same ones. Cool.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered how that would work. I don't understand how the sizing, like, I am so a fish out of water when it comes to this sort of thing.
It's all good. But the thing I found out about these were so they have inserts that you put in.
Oh, okay.
And they were not that absorbent. Well, just one of them wasn't. So I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to put like 2 or 3, which then is also fun. Yeah. It's also part of the aesthetic because then it increases the waddle factor.
Yeah.
Which also makes me feel really cute.
So I looked into how to make them. So because I would like to make them for friends, particularly plus size people.
Yeah.
And I have Yeah, I looked into it, and I was actually looking at a tutorial of how to make actually ones for babies and stuff. And I kind of just sort of feel like the dimensions would just have to change, but it's the same ideas and principle. And these ones were great. Like, they were like snap studded all the way across the front. And then the idea is that you can actually fold them a certain way that they'll fit a newborn. And then when they grow a bit older, they can still use these reusable ones. And you just change the way the snaps work, and they become like toddler sized. And I'm like, that's the coolest ever.
So that's what the first pairs that I have are like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so, but I'm not very smart with, like, putting stuff on myself or, like, how things work in general. And so I can't quite work out how to change the size, but I just kind of put it on the, like, the most tight buttons snap thing. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to making them, and that's another point that we were going to talk about, is that you can actually make gear rather than purchase it. So, and I'm a novice. Like, I'm just completely like, I mean, I can sew. Like, I've done basic sewing courses, and I know how it works.
Yeah, you can work your machine.
Yeah, I know how to
Whereas
use my machine.
I'm a very new novice in that. What I can do right now is I can turn the machine on. I know how to do that.
Very good. You're half the way there. The next journey is learning how to actually thread the machine, because that's a process. But
so hard.
It's doable, and like, YouTube is your best friend. So
yeah,
and
I've got the manual as well. So.
Oh, good. Yeah, manuals are crap. Use a YouTube, because I learn so much better from watching someone.
Yeah, true. Reading stuff is like really hard.
But you can make passy clips. You can make, I've seen these beaded passy clips that go on with a oh no, it's not passy clips, it's those teething beads that are made out of that silicone stuff. Like,
yeah, I really want one of those.
Well, again, I know you can make them. Like, I took one look at it and went, oh yeah, I could do that, and I plan to, so that'll be fun. And like,
and I think that's also fun because that's something you can, like, making your own stuff is something that you can do in littlespace, and I feel like it's a little bit more fulfilling as well.
Absolutely. I actually would love to make some Candy Kingdom merch, teethers. I think that would be really cool.
Should. I think that would be so fun.
I'm
going to learn how to do it too. So then I'm looking at some other stuff. So we've mentioned pacifiers. So, oh my God, there are some amazing pacifier designs like that you can get custom made with, like, with the different beading and the different designs and the different tabacon, I think it's called. I don't know how to say that word, but it's like, and then there's resin art that goes on them as well.
I honestly, it's so amazing.
It's beautiful. I have so much envy.
we follow some passy brands on Instagram and things like that. And I'm just looking through the feeds, and it's amazing. One that's a really good brand is Custom ADBL, and I'm just looking at them, and they've got like roses, and they've got little passy clips with the chains and stuff on them with extra bits and pieces, which is super cute. And yeah, what's another one? I'm just having a look now, actually, but it's incredible.
I also, like, I know that the pricing can get a bit expensive with the custom made ones. So I've just ordered plain ones, and they tend to run a bit cheaper. I think I bought like a couple when Onesies Down Under was having a sale. Or like I just bought a couple that were on clearance. And I just went to the reject shop and bought some like 3D looking stickers and decorated. I think I put a picture up on our Instagram, and I just plopped a sticker right in the middle of it. And I need to get super glue, but I've got like crystals that I could use to decorate all around them and stuff.
Or even hot glue you can use, and that's fairly
I do have a hot glue gun.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Maybe I could do that maybe during the week or something. I really
want to do that too. And that's actually something that we offer as one of the tiers, I believe, on Patreon. Yeah, I think it's one of the higher tiers, but yeah, you do get a custom passy for you or your little. So yeah, it's crafting is so much fun, and making your own gear. And tell you what, there's a resource for everything online, frankly. Do you think we should do our own YouTube channel where we like make our own gear?
I think that would be good. Yeah. I thought we were going to do a YouTube channel in the first place, because that's why I wanted to put like some gaming stuff, like while we're playing our cute little games.
Right. Yes. yes.
So stay tuned, guys. We might be dropping this stuff. I think right now we're mostly focusing on getting our episodes underway and getting them recorded and not making them too long.
So far we're doing really well.
Yes. We've only gotten through like 2 types of gear. So then there's also bottles, obviously. So I don't own any bottles. I really want one. But I have sippy cups, which I didn't specifically go to an ABDL website to get those. I just saw them on sale at the Reject Shop or at my local, like, Kohl's or your local shopping center. I just went into the children's...
For those that are overseas, so the Reject Shop is like a discount variety store.
Yeah, it's like a dollar store, basically. Except not everything's $1, but
no,
it's pretty good though.
You could also look at places like Daiso, and you could look at Target.
Daiso's such a good resource. You're right. I think like those Japanese Asian stores would be like a good idea. You're so right, because
they
they're
are
very into
so good for stickers and stationery, slippers, kitchen-y gadgetry, little storage nooks and crannies, and like decorative elements. I banned myself from Daiso because
and everything at Daiso is the same price as well.
It's amazing.
What is it, $250?
Something like that. I mean, we have a place here called Kawaii Fashions. There's a couple of different ones of those, and they are the same. It's the same idea. Everything's $2.80, which is, like, that's inflation for you. It's so funny. Instead of $1, it's $2.80, but whatever.
Oh, jeez.
That's the income tax and the import tax and tariffs and things. But anyway, that's like pretty inexpensive for here at least. So
no, it is.
But I love those sorts of places. One thing I will say, though, is with gear, especially if you're getting something that's got a mouthpiece, so bottles and passies particularly, they design adult size ones for a purpose, and they are so that you don't cause problems with your
dental
teeth. Yeah, especially if you use them a lot. And the idea with passies, particularly with younger kids, is that they stop using them you try and wean your kids off them as quick as possible, because it can impact the teething, because you've got something pressing up against them all the time. They're going to warp this, like where the positioning is. So there are passies that have been designed which have proper adult scale sucker parts on them, and it's the same with the bottles. They've got longer, almost straw. I think they're really weird to look at, but the mouthpieces are more like a straw. Sort of looking thing, but it's still out of the latex or rubber or whatever the material is. So if you are going to
That's a good disclaimer, because I've seen lots of people not knowing that.
Yes, I didn't know that. I didn't know that until someone told me. So just be conscious of that. If you are going to buy an infant size passy or a toddler passy, don't use it for more than sort of 10-20 minutes and at a time, because it's not designed for long-term use for even an infant, but specifically for adults, particularly with your teeth. You just don't want your teeth to go funny. So,
Unless they are already funny and you like that. Like, I've got funny-looking teeth. I stuck my thumb for ages, so I stuffed them up. But it's the same principle. Like,
it is, yeah.
Having something pressed up against your teeth, you're going to move them interiorly.
Exactly. And that's the point. I mean, teeth are locked in pretty safe with gums, but they can be shifted around with enough pressure, like braces, for example, So if you're going to be a hardcore long-term passy user, you need to make sure you're doing it responsibly.
Yeah. Moving on from that, there's also bibs, which are pretty much self-explanatory, and I feel like they would be one of the easy... Yes, I was about to say, I feel like that would be one of the easier things to make.
And you can actually hand stitch them so simply. That'll probably be one
like
of the
with
first
designs,
tutorials.
you mean?
Pardon?
With designs? What do you mean by hand stitch them? Like,
So
you mean hand sew them?
Yeah, so you just basically get like a t-shirt or two, and if you've got like an old one, and you just cut the bib shape, and then all you need to do is just make a little buttonhole, and you can sew a little buttonhole and then sew on a button. And if you don't want to do the edging, if you use something like a fleece that is going to not need to be
edging,
the fray, it won't fray, then you could just be done with it. That's it.
Nice.
And iron on some patches of some description, and
you can even put like little clips on it.
Absolutely.
So cute.
Yeah.
And then one of the littles in our group actually runs her own shop, which we've promoted a little bit. She's just getting started, but she also makes pacifier clips that, instead of usually pacifier clips have like the alligator clip to clip them on, but she does magnetic ones, which I think so cool. Like,
yeah,
I really want one of those. I need to message her and ask her about getting them. But I also thought that was cool.
She's Little's Toy Box on Etsy.
Yeah, and Instagram as well. I think she's got an Instagram.
Oh,
does she? No, we just put her
she
Instagram
have
on
one,
there.
I don't think.
Yeah. She's a Tumblr. We'll link them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll link everything that we've been talking about pretty much, if it's applicable to helping you get gear.
Her designs are so cute too.
I know, they're so cute. She's got like Belle, like...
It's me! Oh, I thought of another Disney movie that I like.
Oh, what is it?
Maleficent.
Oh, well, that's that's a given.
I love that movie.
Guess what? Maleficent 2 is coming.
I'm so excited.
I know, me too. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we've got footed pajamas, which I have, browsing this website, I have just added this to our home. It is one of my prizes, because I was like, heck yeah, I want a footed pajama. And I remember wearing these as kids, and then there's different types. So like you can have the ones with the actual drop seat, which I think is so freaking cute. Like I honestly, like, that is one of my memories, is being in a footed onesie. So I definitely want to get one of those as well. Do you know what else I love? Comforter blankets. I think they're so cute to have, like, a security blanket.
Security blanket?
I don't have... Yeah. So, like, you know how... I'm thinking of Linus, but maybe I'm thinking incorrectly. From the Peanuts?
Oh, from Peanuts. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, like a comfort blanket or something like that.
Yeah, so you can carry it around.
I have one of those.
That would be...
I actually have one of...
Aww.
Yeah, it's my knitted ones that are on the couch. They, like, go with me everywhere. Not to, like, work or anything, but I carry them with me constantly. I'm always wearing them. I have one on me right now.
That's so cute.
It's my little thing.
You're adorable.
Well, I'm cold, and...
It is pretty cold where you are.
I have a heater in this room, but I'm still cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am so warm. It's like, I'm like, climate change is real, man.
Oh, it is here, yeah.
But yeah, they're really cute, and they can have lots of little designs, and the ones that I'm looking at right now have like these cute little tabs. And you could like hook your little finger in there. So super cute. So there's lots of different clothes. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
There was one other thing that I've seen quite a lot of recently. So basically, it's kind of like a comfort blanket. It's maybe like a foot squared, and it's one of those texture things. So it's got little tabs.
A sensory cube?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now, and this website is running sales. And they're like $10, and I'm like, ooh.
You could totally make those so easily as well. I want to get those teething beads. I've seen lots of places.
Oh my god!
Where I initially saw them is it's become like part of mum fashion. Like I see mums at work.
I think it started out as mum fashion because they were tired of the babies they were like holding, just munching on their hair and stuff.
But I know people at like my work that are wearing them as like bracelets and necklaces, but their kids aren't with them, and I'm like, why are you still wearing this? Leave it at home.
Cause it's cute, lace.
I guess so. But anyway, you can get them silicone beads, and I love the ones that kind of look. I don't know if you play D&D, but the D20 dice. They've got like...
I do not play that.
Okay, well, it's a dice that's got 20 sides, and it's
I know about the dice, you know? You roll a nat 20, whatever the heck.
Oh!
I'm one of the cool kids.
You don't know what nat 20 means, so that's okay.
What does it mean? Is it a good thing?
It is. It's a very good thing. So if you're doing...
Nice.
Okay, how do I explain this in the shortest amount of time possible? In D&D, you have abilities. So if you want to do something, you roll the dice, and the dice will tell you if you had successfully did it. So if you wanted to, let's say, jump over a fence, and your... I don't know what that would be. It would be your agility or something like that. Dexterity or something. So you roll the dice, and if you get 20, that means that you make that save, and you also do like a backflip or something really cool and impressive.
Whoa!
Cool. But if you roll a nat 1, you impale yourself on the fence and take damage or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't die.
But if you're doing if you roll a nat 20 on an attack, sometimes you get bonus things for it. Like it's a critical hit, so you get
I've seen that too. Critical hit.
Oh, critical roll. With Matt Mercer.
Kids and your games.
I know. Anyway, it's completely off topic, but I would like to get a D20 teething bead thing, because I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Cool.
If you're a massive nerd. Anyway.
Well, I don't like your attitude, so...
What else have I seen? Mittens? Have you seen mittens?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea behind those is that it kind of it makes you more helpless.
Yes.
Like you get mittens put on and strapped on.
And you can't do things.
Or anything that you try to do, it kind of simulates that helplessness or that you need to ask for help because you're going to be clumsy and
or you don't have the motor skills to do the particular thing.
Yeah, so those are also really cool. Now,
That's
Lace,
so
can you make those?
Yes, actually you could. That's really easy to make, to be honest.
Honestly, Lace is just going to make a bunch of things and put them on.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about making merch, do like limited runs of little gear that's got Candy Kingdom logos and stuff on it. I actually approached a company about making patches, like iron-on patches with the logo, and it was outrageous. It was
how much is it?
Well, I said, oh, how much would it be for like 10, just as like a short run? They're like, oh, probably about $200, and I was like,
whoa, bless me.
They're like embroidered patches though, so I think that's why it's so expensive, because the embroidery is done by hand, but it's still like, that's a lot of money. I'm like, I'm going to do something else, but thanks for the suggestion.
No, I appreciate it, but no thanks.
And then they followed up with an email. They're like, hey, we didn't hear back from you. I'm like, yeah, it's too
because
too many money. Poor. I don't want to do it.
That is a good idea though. That would be cool.
If our logo wasn't so difficult, I'd embroider it myself, but
it's a bit tricky. You're the one who made it, I'm just saying.
I know. I'm not regretting it, but I'm also regretting it a lot.
What else are we going to say? I don't know. What else is little gear? What else is clothing that we wear?
To be honest, I like the idea of like a bit further along in age range than ABDL. So like if you get like a push bike and you put a basket on it, or put like little tassels on the handles, and
a push bike for non-Australian users is just a normal bicycle. I don't know why Australians call it a push bike. I think. Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
just a normal bicycle.
Bike. Okay, all right. So, anyways, I think push bike differentiates from like a road bike or a mountain bike. So, a push bike is like a bike for the streets or for like kids, or like just cycling around just for like a hobby. Whereas road bikes and mountain bikes
appreciate you trying to defend your backwoods country, but
oh. Okay. Well, anyways, if we're going to be rude about it, so yes, but you could do that. I love the idea of like, this is for Australia, having a beach kit, like a bucket and spade, like a bucket with the groove, so you can make sandcastles and spades and.
And I think right now we're moving more away from like the stuff that's targeted to ABDLs. Like I'm sure we've missed stuff because it's amazing. Like in recent times, there's been so much stuff that's available for us. But I think we're also thinking more like if you don't have the budget to buy those things, like a $25 diaper. So I guess
can you get to littlespace without it? So and particularly because if you're moving away from the ABDL, because that's not my region, that's not in my age group. So things like if you go to the op shops, you can always find DVDs and even VHS if you've got a tape player.
Oh my god, imagine! But you better hold on to that. It's gonna be worth money.
Dual ones, the VHS and DVD. That's where it's at. But anyway, you can always find media of like kids stuff. You can always find CDs of like sing-alongs. Games as well. Board games, toys, decorative stuff. And if you go to an op shop and you're buying this stuff, they will ask you, "Oh, is this for your child?" But they never ask. But if they do,
they don't need to know anything. Honestly.
Yeah, you can always say you're buying it to donate to. I don't know.
Back to the op shop?
Well, no, but you can, like, particularly here in Australia, they do a lot of, like, sending care packages overseas to people in countries affected by war and stuff like that. Aww, so, so you could say that you're doing that, or you could say it's for a niece or something like that. And,
honestly, sometimes I just want to be like, it's mine. It's for me. What about it?
Well, yeah, exactly. And you know what? You can deck out a whole... I mean, that's something I'm actually going to do with my little series that I'll be making on making a little space. Is I'm going to get most of the stuff from op shops and just show you how you can make it work for you and what you want. So
fit your aesthetic.
Yeah.
And then you can get like separator plates as well, which I know you really like them.
I love them. I love them. And I got mine from Daiso and it was $2.80. It's the best.
Honestly, that's where my my phobia of food touching came from.
Oh, really?
I really don't like it when my food touches. Like, it was to the point where my vanilla ex, like, knew this. And he was like, we'll put them all in separate corners. And I was like, you're the best. Like, I don't want sauce touching my meat. Like, if I want it to, I can cut it and dip it in there. It should be an option.
Yeah. How do you go with, like, spaghetti?
Yeah, that's good. That stuff belongs together.
Oh, I see.
It's like when you had, like, you showed me your separator plate and you had, like, the mashed potatoes and, like, something else, 2 other things. Like, it looks like roasted pumpkin or something.
It was mashed potatoes, sweet potato and pumpkin roast, and broccoli.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's perfect. Because those things naturally do not belong together.
Yeah.
In the
so
order
if you cook
of
it
the
separately,
universe.
you put it separately.
Exactly.
So you need
I
a
like
separator
that.
plate in your life.
I do, but I'm trying to get over this weird thing that I do because people, like, look at me weird.
Or just embrace it and tell them to stop focusing on the things outside of their own lane.
You're so right. Stay in your lane, Barbara.
And live your best life and don't curse yourself.
Some other things. I was going to mention wings, like when you go into, like, because reject shops and all of those places will usually have, like, those fairy wings and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also just remembered freaking tutus. So much fun. I have a tutu onesie, but, you know, if I didn't have one, or, you know, just for my other onesies that don't have tutus, I can just wear them and then go get me a freaking pink tutu and parade around the house.
Yeah, absolutely. And tutu making is really easy as well, just so you know. And it's literally very, very, very easy. I can't explain to you how easy it really is to do.
I'm looking forward to your series on making stuff.
Yeah, we'll call it stitches and lace.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say stitches and bitches, but yeah, that sounds good.
I love it. Anyway, I'll figure something out.
You're gonna bleep that out.
Well, I will because it's a swear.
Oh my god! This website is selling okay, it's got little dragons on it, but they've named it Draco Dragon, and I'm a slut for Draco Malfoy, and I have to buy it.
Stay focused, Misty. Put the shopping down.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm helping the podcast. This is research.
Oh, actual other little gear. Back on topic.
We should also talk about stuff for little boys because I realize, you know, you might not want to wear a tutu, or you might.
Yeah, but you might. But here's something that is kind of doesn't matter about gender at all. Night lights.
I have night lights.
Night lights, fairy lights, and the stickers that you can stick on the roof that recharge and then they like glow in the dark. The
Pardon?
Fairies,
what do you mean
they
recharge?
They glow in the dark, so they recharge in the sunlight or natural or with
what?
Oh yeah,
is that how glow in the dark stuff works?
I think so. I think it has to like.
You're
charge.
blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, but you can get stickers of like fairy gardens or space or lots of different things.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. Or like,
but what I will
like
advise,
the people who make like constellations and stuff. That's really cool.
Oh, that is cool. But what I will advise is find a way to attach it to the roof that isn't going to peel the paint back because stickers are really bad for that. So blue tack isn't a lot better, but you can use a teeny bit of that, and that will be enough to hold the paper up. So just maybe be conscious of that when you're.
Did you say blue tack?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
I mean,
I haven't stuck anything on my walls.
Using a big amount of blue tack may also peel the paint, and I would be conscious of that too. Or you can use 3M. You could even you could stick it onto like a sheet of paper or something, and then stick that to the roof or something. I don't know. You'll figure out a way, but yeah, just don't be careful about actually putting stickers onto walls and paints.
Yeah. Sometimes I've also gotten they just have these clear cups with characters printed on them.
Oh, I love
just
those.
Like a straw.
Yes.
Yeah, those are really good too, and you can fill it all with all sorts of yummy things.
Yeah.
Also, I learned that you can't fill up bottles with fizzy drinks. So if you didn't know that, yeah, you can't put like soda in baby bottles.
Why?
I don't know. I think it causes them like the pressure builds up and it stuffs them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a good one.
I know.
Oh, food. Little food. That's another thing.
Yeah, well, there's heaps of little food. I like a nice warm milk
Yes.
with honey inside.
Yes.
And I really want a bottle for that reason, to be able to put my warm milk in the bottle and just totally baby out, and go to sleep. I do like pacifiers, but I can only use them right before bed because they will put me to sleep.
I like biscuits that have like there's these biscuits you can get from Coles. They taste like butter biscuits, and then they've got like this pink icing, and then they're dipped in hundreds and thousands, and they're so good. And there's like a monkey puzzle on the back of the box, and it's the same one, but I do it every time, and I'm always like, look at me, I can do puzzles. The same puzzle every time, Lace.
I'm so good at it. I'm so good.
Look at
But
me,
that
I
makes
can do
another
a
point.
puzzle.
Because you can get like those. Okay, honestly, could I say something embarrassing?
Well, I mean,
I don't think this is like being little in public, but like I went to the chemist with my friend, and while she was waiting, they had like the little coloring thing, like a little coloring page for the kids, and I totally sat down and colored it, and it was a great time. And I don't think people who are looking at me would be like, she's totally a oh shit. Oh God, stop cursing. She's totally an adult baby. Like they're probably just like, this
she's
weird
quirky.
girl is bored. Yeah. So
I think that you can get away with it and just call it quirkiness sometimes, and that's fine.
not if like I'm sitting there with a pacifier in my mouth, like wearing mittens in the middle of a shopping center.
Yeah,
and that would be another conversation.
That would be a break of person's consent, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what else we could go with.
Coloring books and stuff like that. You can get those easily at the Reject Shop. I actually like getting them there because it's like usually the crappy ones, and I don't mind getting those because they're cheaper and they're a little bit more fun.
I got the Secret Garden series there, and that's like a coloring book full of succulents and stuff like that, and it was like $5, and they're usually like 20, so I was happy with that.
Yes, they do have stuff for like $5 usually. I almost got something today, but then I realized I hadn't asked permission, so I'm not gonna do that. I didn't get it.
Well done.
But
go.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I know you hate that. My bad.
It's all right. It's fine. I wasn't even listening. I don't know what you said. My brain was blacked out.
There was one other thing I thought. Other things that you can do is, you know how kids have their drawers labeled with what's in them because it helps them like with organization and where to put things away and stuff like that. You could totally make like drawer stickers for yourself.
Dude, that would be so good for littles with ADHD or like just disorganization difficulties, and you could make them look so cute.
Yeah, you could. And you could like put a little spot to hang your bag at the end of the day and get your lunchbox and put that somewhere too, and make it part of your routines and stuff like that.
Because I've seen stuff like that on Pinterest, with the mommies, like real parents like will do like these little stations for their kids to get ready to promote that independence.
Yes, that
is so cute. Oh my gosh, I want to do that. That's a really good idea.
Little bag, and all it takes is to get like a little like those 3M hooks that are safe for walls. Make sure the wall's clean.
Command strips.
The command ones, and then you put the strip on the wall, put the little adhesive down, and then clip the hook onto it. And some of them you can get are weighted for like a couple kilos, so you can quite easily hang a bag, put your shoes underneath it, hang your hat up. Oh my god. That kind of cute stuff. Your little jacket situation. I'm going to do that.
I'm dying inside. I think it's so cute. I honestly should do it too because I live by myself. Who cares?
Especially if you have a caregiver who likes to pick your outfits. You can get them to pick your outfit and then put it on hangers and hang it on the 3M command strip on the wall. So then you've got it ready to go the next day.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not crying. You're crying because that's adorable. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
But so you see, it doesn't have to be, because I know that in social media, particularly if you follow like, particularly on Instagram and stuff, like these accounts of ABDL particularly, they're so little, and you just sometimes think that's so absolutely out of reach for me. It doesn't have to be like that. You can do little, almost invisible things that are for little stuff and for you to be little, and it's just as cute, it's just as valid. So don't feel overwhelmed that you can't live forever with bows in your hair and little stockings on
and have a crib.
That would be really impractical for me, and I wouldn't like it at all, to be honest.
Well, Quinn wouldn't be able to get into bed with me. So
I think actually when I look at the cribs, I always think, nah, not for me. I don't like the idea of it. So
really, I love it. I just want to be behind bars like a naughty little girl.
I saw a crib that was literally the size of like a queen size bed, like the bed space on it. And I'm like, how? That's like half a bedroom. Like, that's some major scaffolding. Like, probably the closest I would get to it is putting one of those like decorative mosquito net things over the bed that comes from the roof. It's like a little princess house
too. Yeah. Oh, yes, we should talk. Oh, yeah, there's definitely that. You don't have to actually buy. I think lace for your room. We were looking to see how much it would be to have a little like that princess playpen thing.
Yeah.
And it was like freaking $200 or something. But you can achieve the exact same effect by putting some cute bedding on and having that net drop. That's so right.
What all you need to do to make it is just get some sort of floaty organza material or something and a hula hoop and some string. And then what you do is you sew the organza on the hula hoop around it, or just do it with pins or glue or whatever, just like make a little loop, like almost like curtaining, and then you just hang that from the roof with the hula hoop sort of parallel to the ground, and then you just sort of fan it out a little bit. That's it. It's a hula hoop and some fabric and a few tacks. Like, it's no big deal.
So, yeah, no, that's pretty good.
To get creative.
The other thing that I just remembered, because I need to stop talking about my daddy, but I can't help it because it's like new and exciting and shiny.
Kiss, you're so cutesy together
and relevant.
Misty and Mr. Misty sitting in a tree. I don't know his name. What the hell?
Well, you wouldn't be allowed to say it on the show anyway. So
he's Mr. Misty then.
Yes.
I actually read something about protocol. Just quickly butting in. I was reading this etiquette and protocol guide for subs, actually, in particular, but and it was like, if you are a submissive and you're referring to someone's dom, I would refer to your, like, let's say you two were in a DS relationship, I'd say as a sub, this is Misty's master, or Misty's dominant, daddy. Or something, daddy. Yeah, I'd say this is Misty's daddy. That's like, according to this book, which was so archaic and ridiculous, that's the only way that I, as a fellow sub, would be allowed to refer to him.
That's interesting.
I was like, this book was really dumb, though. It was like, you need to keep yourself like shaved at all times, and if you're dominant, if you're at a party, says, I want to let this particular dominant touch you, you have to consent to that. Yeah, it
that
was
sounds
weird.
More of like the old protocol kind of stuff.
The consent violating misogynistic protocol.
It has its benefits, honestly. It has some good bits and pieces, but a lot of it is like crap.
Yeah, a lot of it is like just treating women like, particularly treating women like disposable objects and garbage, and treating male subs like they don't exist. Which I just don't like either of those.
Because they're not real, you know. Not real. Yeah. They're not real men. Because
female doms are just like subs on a power trip, and
we are being totally sarcastic if you can't tell, but that's what people generally believe. We have to make that clear, because sometimes sarcasm is a bit difficult for other people to read.
Because our sarcasm is really dry and sounds so often like being serious.
Because we're Capricorn.
But we're on a tangent. I think it's
despicable. So can I say the thing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So yeah, he showed up, and I had just washed my hair, and I was all gross or whatever. But I was wearing an oversized shirt with no pants on, and he thought that was so cute. And actually, like, getting oversized, I have an oversized hoodie as well. And honestly, just steal your caregiver's stuff, littles. Like, just take it. They don't need it. You need it more.
And if you are a plus size little, and you don't fit your caregiver stuff, that's okay. All you need to do is just go to an op shop and just go to the men's large section, and you can find a whole host of oversized, super comfortable things like that there. So,
and you know what else makes it good?
Yes.
Spray it with their scent.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
So good.
Yeah, so that was another thing that, like, now I'm like, ooh, I look cute in that. No.
I can imagine you would look cute in that.
It was a Hulk t-shirt as well. It wasn't even anything like cutesy. It was just like it's really funny. It says the many moods of the Hulk, and then it's like 16 face photos of the Hulk, but it's all the same face, and it's like angry, worried, happy.
I think it's just funny to think of you wearing the Hulk shirt, because then you can stomp around being like, I'm the Hulk, wearing the Hulk t-shirt. Like, that is adorable. Aw.
I'm so cute.
Cute.
Thank you, everybody, for agreeing on that.
Yes.
I can't think of anything else. Maybe hats for little boys, or if you're like more of a tomboy. Because when I was growing up, I actually was a tomboy. So sometimes my little self embraces that tomboy side, and I want to wear a freaking hat backwards, and again the oversized hoodie and sneakers, and just going to be like the badass tomboy that I thought I was when
I also think that little fashion can quite easily spill into decora fashion, like in Japan. Or decora kai, I think is called, where they have like the pastel band-aids over their nose, and they have all the like the pins and buttons and cute stuff in their hair.
Is it like Harajuku?
Kinda, but decora kai or decora fashion is like, it's a whole, look it up, it's a whole other thing. But I love the band-aid on the knee.
Lace giving me homework.
Yeah. For little boys, I mean, look, I'm not a little boy. I don't know what little boys like, because I don't I don't know that many.
You're not a little boy. Yeah,
exactly. But I like the idea of like the band-aids over the knee, and the soft kind of cotton fabrics, and the teddy bear, and then like maybe like toy cars and like toy trucks and stuff like that. And one of those toy mats that's got like the city on it, the roads.
Oh yeah, that's such a good idea. They're probably pretty reasonably priced as well.
Oh, you can, there's always
like
one
I used to play I used to play with Hess trucks.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with them for a while. So that's that aesthetic. And we've got the Legos and the blocks. And we haven't even covered things that you can play with. Like, we've only spoken about, like, coloring and stuff. But, like, building stuff, I particularly love knocking crap down. That's fun as heck. I love I just want to destroy it.
Building blocks and Jenga is fun. And...
And if you do, things. You can put things together. You don't necessarily even have to get mittens for ABDLs. Putting on mittens in general, like without the finger dividers, is gonna make you clumsy. So then you put together mittens and Jenga.
That sounds like so much fun.
Like, that's gonna be a fiasco.
Twister. Twister is good fun too.
Yeah, Twister's pretty good, but what if you're by yourself?
Well, you could play Twister. You could just have the mat, because it's a fun aesthetic. Stop ruining my dream.
I'm sorry. You just meant the aesthetic side, not playing the actual game.
Me, that's the thing. Like, a lot of the time for me, Little Space is about the aesthetic vibe and not so much about the practicality stuff. So I don't know. That's just me.
You're like I'm just gonna play my game by myself. Well,
yes and no. Like, because I am. I'm solitary. I'm here doing my thing, and I just like
you are creative as hell, because you're like, I'm gonna indulge my little space.
That's how I do it mostly. It's
that's good.
Creating, making, and gardening, because I love playing in the dirt. Getting dirty.
So the other thing that I was gonna say is like the stuff that stuff goes into, like
like toy boxes and things.
Yeah, toy boxes, or even like a passy holder. You can decorate it with stickers and stuff as well. So basically what we're saying is like there's heaps of stuff that you can do. Like, it's all about what you like and what aesthetic you think is. And you don't just have to decide on one aesthetic either. No,
you can mix and match. Another thing I just thought of is you could get a mouth guard, and it would be like you have no teeth. Because then you could like use your passies and your bottles. Kind of fun.
Oh my goodness, that's not what I was expecting you to say at all.
I feel like it's a really good idea. I'm just spitballing.
That's cute. Me on my mouth guard. I have no teeth.
But
I need one of those, but for doing adult activities, not for.
Holy shit, Misty, that is. You need to relax. I think we're going to have to call it there because we kind of are getting a bit silly and it's a nighttime recording again and I'm conscious of that. So,
yes.
Yes, so I think
wrapping up.
Yeah, but look, if you have any suggestions of things that we've missed out on, things that you use that you think are awesome that you want the community to know about, tell us and we'll talk about it next episode.
Can you guys please just talk to us? Like, I'm on Twitter talking to myself. Like, pretty much.
Look, I'm a serious introvert, so I really don't mind. But
oh, I'm an ambivert. I need attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get too silly, so thank you for listening. And like Lace said, if you have any ideas, shoot them at us. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at the Candy Kingdom on all the social media. So we hope you have a sweet week, and we will catch you next time, Candy Crew.
Bye!